Lights, camera, action. Hey, beautiful souls. How are you all doing? Growing beautifully, I see. Welcome to this edition of our Sacred Soul Mission. My name's lisalyle. This is my growing space, my heart's my offering to the world here on YouTube. A very warm welcome to any of you who may be new. Lucky you, you're joining the family during Virgo season. And what a ride Virgo season has been. And this is day 3. So, yay, lucky us. So as you can see, if you were here yesterday, energy has shifted. And wow, yeah, I'm really excited to dive in and share with you some of the messages that have come through this morning for all of us as we move into this first full week of Virgo. And on the tail end, although we're not really on the tail end, we're in the entirety of eclipse season. And the message here, it takes some grit and pressure in order for us to head in the direction of our north node, the north node of destiny, our inner compass, our own shining star. And we have come very far. We have walked many lifetimes to get to this particular point in time. And this is where all of our power resides. So take a moment, maybe place your hand on your heart and be grateful for the gift of this life and the opportunity on a daily, on the daily, and even within the day, moment to moment, hour to hour, to live our best life, to work with the pressure, if you will, applied in order for us to set our soul free in this life, to set our soul free in order for the human that is you and me, that is each of us, to experience soul fulfillment in this life. Spiritual fulfillment in this life. It's not about the material, the acquisitions, the things we acquire, the, notches on our belt or our bedpost or wherever, whatever. It's none of those things. It's the spiritual growth that bring and lead us to the greatest blessing. And the greatest blessing is us, the unique, precious, beautiful, delightful, joyful child of God, to come to life through our heart and through the journey within the embrace of unconditional love. So, TED Talk, Lisa Talk, God Talk, Heart Talk, Heart Speak. Oh, every time, now I just thought of my favorite book that I don't know where it is, Animals Speak. So, at this time, I'd like to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting the heaven on earth experience for the children of creation who believe in sacred dreams. We are the seeds. So. Today's been an interesting dynamic. I got up early and attempted to go and watch the sunrise. I missed it by a minute or two. And the dog, Rex, my son's dog, wanted to come along for the ride. This dog normally does not like car rides, and he was insistent that he was coming today. It changed the whole feel of early morning time at the lake. And yet, you know what? it wasn't terrible. I have a feeling though I'll be hard pressed to get out of the house, sneak out of the house again early in the morning, unless I may try this tomorrow. I get out under the cover of darkness, and while he's still fast asleep. So, the new day, the new energy has come in. Remember, I showed you all yesterday my birthday present, this beautiful selenite um, stick wand. So I thought it was just meant to sit here in the front room of the home space. And last night, after the live and the walk and everything else, I just wanted to go to bed. It was like around 10 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm totally pooped. Good morning, Colleen. Welcome. I'm totally pooped. And so I'm going to bed. And I was guided to go and get this. I had the vision of myself laying on this, and this aligned along the spine. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't even describe. Wow. Yeah, it's words will not express how grateful I am for this fine tuning, if you will, instrument tool of the divine that has landed in my life at this time into the nest. So grateful. This is a beautiful healing gift. And as I share that, I also feel guided to share. I had the opportunity to have a conversation with someone yesterday, and this person who I had the conversation with um, was talking about, the goings on at the church and this kind of stuff. And it just seemed like really intense. Like it just seemed like a lot of drama. It seemed like a lot of shoulds and shouldn'ts. And, it felt like throughout the course of the conversation, it felt quite intense, and it didn't feel uplifting. It didn't feel joyful. And yet I was just really guided to pay attention to that, how the connection felt and the energy that was being shared. And that person during the course of the conversation made mention that they don't believe in crystals and that kind of stuff. They don't believe in crystals and that kind of stuff. And I burst out laughing and of course said, no offense. I said, yet how could you not believe in crystals? They exist. They exist here on God's creation. They exist on earth. We have been given an abundance of tools and resources that are intended to support us. It was 8:11 there. Our 10 Wheel of Fortune energy are intended to support us to awaken spiritually, to awaken to the light that resides inside of each and every one of us. The child who, hey, brother, the divine masculine's in the house. Yay, welcome. How exciting. Woo. Wow. Happy Virgo season. Happy season of rebirth to us, actually to all of us. So this person, and there's many out there who will like turn away from working with tools, working with the medicine that has been given to us. One of the things that came in this morning was devil's lettuce or God's medicine. So it's all about our ever changing, ever expanding perspective. And we now have Jupiter quite settled in nicely through a season or two over there in Cancer, supporting the expansion. Virgo season with her cat bookend new moons is supporting the expansion, is supporting connection, the sacred vision, the honoring of the mission. And so, when this person said that they don't believe in crystals, and I asked, how could you not? Because they exist. That's like saying, I don't believe in humans. How could you not believe? And actually, that did come up in the conversation as well. Her lack of faith in humans. And it's always about coming back to the self. How about a faith? How about a faith in self and your very own connection to God, with taking the middleman, the middle person, out of the scenario for a moment? And she's like, well, I don't identify as religious. I don't identify with religion. I'm a Christian. And I laughed again. So where the first couple of days of Virgo felt kind of up and down, maybe a little inconsistent, the message overnight has come to stick to the vision. The heart is speaking. The tools, the medicine we need is arriving. We are the medicine we need currently in any present moment. It's when we choose 1111 to show up for ourselves and be the gateway, to be the vessel that lightens up. And we lighten. How do we lighten up? We lighten up through the density. So at this point, I'm feeling guided to put that beautiful piece of selenite down. I may take it to the earth today and lay down. So there's so much beauty that surrounds us, and Virgo is encouraging us to see the beauty in every single thing, in the bob and weave, in the waxing and the waning, in all of it. And don't doubt, don't doubt in self. Don't doubt in your connection. 1221. So many dear souls are looking for a savior, salvation outside of the self, and yet living within a container that's so conflicted, so full of, it's again, someone said to me, it's been said to me in recent days, through multiple people, that you're happier than a lot of people that I know, and from outside appearances I have, say, the least of these people. And I have the most of all these people, because I have a spiritual knowing that is unwavering, and it's growing. And this has been an act of love for decades now. For decades now. I had no clue it was going to take this long for everything to unfold and unravel and, present itself. I almost gave up many times along the way on myself, because that's what it would have been. It would have been giving up on self, giving up on the vision, giving up on the mission. There's no way that we're here to do that in this lifetime. So as I do, yesterday I was questioning whether I was a writer, and identifying instead as a dancer. Can we not be a multitude of things all at the same time? And I guess it's the unraveling of the chaos, of the mystery, of the great mystery of life within the void, for the girls and boys like you and I here to rediscover, and if you've been working at this for a long time, if you've been a spiritual seeker, we don't have to seek too far though. You know what I mean though? Like you've known that there's something more. That you were born for more, and yet you had to go through, such um, it seemed like a chore, like too much at times to take. And yet, here we are, and everything's cyclical. So I'm approaching the 7th season of my rebirth without Frank. Frank's physical presence. He shared the same day of birth. He said he came 5 years early to prepare the world for me. Who knows? Who knows? And what I want to share here, though, is how time gives us perspective, an expanded view. At the time of his transition, which was 12/21/18, at the time of his transition, very newly after he transitioned, like within hours, we made the connection, and the message received. He was so excited to be free. He was so excited to be free, and from the vessel of flesh that carried so much in this lifetime, yet carried an expansive uh, capability for love. So the message received at that time, within hours after his transition, was that he could help me better now, from his new station. And that man, that one person, knew me better than anyone in this life. All the quirks, all this, everything that you see, he saw and loved, and gently guided, and nudged and prodded along the way, and yet offered that unwavering support. And as time's gone on, 7 years on, like through that time, there's been a lot. And I'm like, yeah, sure, this seems like a lot of help. Like, I'm not getting it. I'm getting it now. I'm getting it now. It takes time. And 7 is a highly spiritual number. And so this feels like a highly spiritualized Virgo season. I mean, our entire life is spiritual. And yet there feels something deep and profound about this Virgo season, in particular, in alignment with the messages received at the beginning of the year, and in and around the time of the solstice of 2024, that this was the year that the Virgo, the hermit, allowed their light, their star, to come out of the lantern. And so where, the hermit tends to do the solitary walk, there's also, it's like this, it's this merging, it's this in and out. We come out and serve as we're guided by our heart. We work under the pressure, under the intensity of the experience, so that the soul, like a pearl or a diamond under pressure, so that the soul can come out and show itself. And that's exactly what we're here for. It's soul growth. And I'm very excited. I'm way more excited than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was kind of, and again, another opportunity to use it as an example. Can we love ourselves in the ebbs and flows of our own emotions? Can we love ourselves in the chatter, perhaps? I'm seeing those little monkeys with I have some here, the little finger cymbals, finger thimble or finger cymbals. Can we love ourselves when we're going through the whole range of emotion, when we're feeling like, what are we feeling like? Whatever we're feeling like, I guess. Can we just be there for ourselves? So after my, sunrise walk at the lake with Rex, came home and was guided to pull out a book, a new one at that, with these beautiful butterflies on it. And this little butterfly ring, I failed to mention yesterday that the two stones inside the hearts are pink tourmaline. Yeah. Yeah, chitter chatter is not it's like pitter patter, let's get at her. And it's also about Virgo having this way of moving, being a mutable earth sign. You know, we may feel like we may not see our progress, and yet over time, over the course of time, we really arrive as if by, chance, in a space where we are really ready to move forward. We've cleared up what we came to clear up. We have healed. And it's to move forward from the integrated cup of love, co-creating with the divine, the life of our dreams. And there is an energy of wishes and dreams coming true. All these planetary alignments, things we haven't seen in a lifetime and lifetimes. Trust the hand of the divine at play in your life. Can you sit and open to receive? So I'm guided to share with you the little, I thought that this would maybe just be my little book, but apparently not. So Virgo season, it's the season of rebirth of the divine living soul now, God's beloved child. And so that came out, and I'm like, okay, well, that's something. That's something. And then I had a question, and my question was, how do we move on from that which we deeply long for? Can we remain faithful that we are loved and adored? Two questions there. And then another one came through. How do we close the door on the stories we once told ourselves and were foolish enough to believe, even temporarily? So then, this is the message that came through. Remember, child, you are God's seed of love, always have been. That you see, or maybe not yet, that, dear child, has been the one constant. You can bet on that, and you can bet, oh, maybe I can't bet on my eyesight. Maybe I need to take a drink of a sip of water. Oh, stage fright? Maybe I've got stage fright and I'm here by myself. Like, although it says there's 3 live viewers, and we know Milos is here and Colleen is here. So thank you. Okay. That has been the one constant. You can bet on that, and you would be wise to bet on yourself. Don't give up yet, simply because you are unable to see the visual of dreams. Sacred child, lay down your thoughts for a while. Faith is patience, child. Faith keeps you free and wild. Sacred child of faith, so loving, so kind, so brave. Lay down your defenses. Love is your weapon of mass awakening from within. Love always wins. Love is the eternal story, creation's glory. You are the resourceful children of Source. Of course, we are here now to change course, higher purpose of Source. Love yourself more. Love others as you lead and are led forward by the open door of your loving heart. Hope for more and trust it is yours. You are loved and adored, even if you don't see it yet. Be honest, you feel it. Ancient sacred seal within, opening, wax, softening, waxing, waning, holding back, refraining. Drive oneself insane, yeah? Let that go. Soul growth, live with hope and ever-growing faith. You're not late. When you trust the divine unfolding of all, your love story has been written, and you are now the living, breathing witness. Settle in to the bliss that presently, as you now eternally exists. Do not resist. You were born for this. Soul growth, eternal love, unconditional, remembering, love wins. We do too. 2-1. Choose you, choose love. And then a couple minutes later, this little ditty came in. Hey, hey, Pamela. I hope your father's feeling better. You're never late. And that's a big, did you just miss that message? We're not late. That's, and maybe you did. The message literally just came through. We're not late. When we settle into the awareness of the unfolding of divine time, working with the archangels, working with the angelic realms, working with, our loved ones on the other side, deepening connections, love wins. You can't fake frequency. You can't fake love, right? Because it's an action. It's what we do. It's not just what we say. Most people, try to blow smoke and, whatever, rainbows up people's ass. They're, it's like, we can see you because it's a frequency. You can't fake your vibe. You can't fake a zest for life. You can't fake soul. So, Virgo season. Yeah, we are witnesses. We're witnesses to our own wishes and dreams coming true. Like those fantastical those imaginings we had as a child or even as an adult that we've carried with us forever. Like the biggest message I'm receiving right now is like, bear witness to all that you came to be unfolding. And don't, so many dear souls give up before the miracle. And we were a miracle the moment that we were, created within the womb of the mother, from the time of inception. And yeah, and that's what it feels like. If these, like, I've got these enormous, like, fruit flies in this house, it feels like they're bigger than they've ever been. And I feel like they're wanting to chase me out of this apartment. It's ridiculous. I don't know where they're coming from. Anyways, so then this message came through. Stepping into our spiritual purpose. Soul full, Full, fill, Fill, mint, MINT, like a mint. Sacred mission, holy vision, heaven on earth begins. So be it. Ta-da! That's it. That's the message that so be it. And so then after that little ditty came through this morning, I was guided to, again, I'm a seeker who looks for confirmation, not too far outside of myself, but I work with the tools that Source has guided me to work with in order to deepen that connection that we share. And so I'm going to share these with you because, again, yesterday the energy, it was like, I'm not getting what I want. It was really childish. And so can we even show up for the childish parts of ourselves that, yes, we can. And so doing what we're guided to do and sleeping on that big blade of selenite last night changed. I mean, this is for the spinal alignment. It's the spinal alignment. That's ridiculous, but that's how I feel with this. It's like really cleared my energy. Sorry, I feel like I'm being really, really silly. Okay, so I don't know where that came from. Okay, let me take a drink of water. Also, heavy metals. What about heavy metals? We got to cleanse ourselves from those things. Mm, selenite. I mean, yeah, selenite does. Selenite is so beautiful. I have so much of it in my bed. I actually organized the crystals in there and had a look, and there was a lot of selenite in there before this guy arrived. But again, the guidance was so clear. And why would we not follow the guidance we're receiving, to work with things that, God puts on our path to work with? The tools. We are the pathfinders, the spiritual warriors. And so we have to find a way to do our healing, move away from judgment of ourselves as we continue to grow. It's a lifelong process, right? This is beautiful, though. We grow through the seasons of our life, and with any luck, we are able to recognize that we have matured, we have softened, we have um, we have evolved, and we're still going. Like there's an end date, if you will, an expiry date for the vessel, yet there is no growth is eternal. Growth is eternal. And this is what it allows: freedom of the soul in the here and now. And it's the grit and grime, or the grind of the human experience that encourages the soul to shine, right? Encourages us to break free beyond the paradigm that says, no, this is the way. This is what you need. Like, are people happy when they get what they think they need? Like the new toy, the new vehicle, the new house, the new, the next vacation planned. Are people generally happy? I mean, again, from your space, your perspective as a witness, I don't really see. And again, that's why you can't fake a vibe. You can't fake who you are. Um, you can't fake the spiritual way. And the freedom comes from the reestablished connection to source, and the time that we allow in our life, the space that we create in our life to integrate, to be the integrated vessel of source, moving on the course of the North Node, the North Star, our dreams. And our dreams align with service. When we truly align with who we are and what we're here for, we will all come to understand and find that we're here for spiritual purpose. We are here for the experience of awakening. And this is a journey of many, many lifetimes. And we're here. It's like the shifting and changing, the time, the manifestation timeline, if you will. It's like we're being guided to like go with this shift because it's quick. It's a quick transition. And then as we move into the autumn of this year, it's a settling again into what has moved in, what has moved away. Because we must be the vessel of the integrated experience. And that experience is guided by the love of 1,000 ancestors, of lifetimes of ancestors. They're so proud of our prophesized rise in this lifetime as the rainbow warriors of light, humans from many nations, awakening from within, to awakening to the internal rhythm of the drum, the sacred heart that beats within them, of the hum of the heart, the hum of the breath. this is where we rediscover the love that we may have felt that we left in some other lifetime, in some other timeline. The drum, marching to the beat of our own drum. Number 5, changing. Number 5, 32, 23, divine masculine. Yeah. And then what came above that is the number 42, the power of hour, ritual of joy. There we got, the dancing. I can't wait to show y'all what I've got, this vision of some things I'm going to make for myself today. So yeah, I'm very excited, and it's going to support my joy in the ritual, the daily devotion to this gift called life. And may we harness our power in the here and now by making choices. Number 6, of stepping in to the embrace of unconditional love, soul love, illumination, the path of the East, clarity. Our vision, is your vision clearing? It is. I just saw old car wipers. Splish splash. That's the song. Was it Splish Splash? I was taking a bath that I was singing yesterday. Anyways, then we got the wild boar, number 12, reminding us that we are the vessel of life. Honoring our heart's desire, going for a deeper experience of spiritual love, soul love, fulfillment, requires great courage, requires a willingness to continue to trust the inner fire, a willingness to get soft and gentle as we trust the gentle luring of spirit, the gentle guidance and direction of spirit in our life, new beginnings, a new adventure in love, guided by angels, the angelic forces, the angelic realms. It all begins within us, and our ability to show up playfully. Otters are very playful. They're very, there's a very sweet energy about otters. And, they hold hands when they sleep and this kind of stuff. It's very cute. And this is an 8 again. So far we have 2 8s, and I may as well just cut right to the punchline. We got 3 8s here. A year ago, this month, I was moving into this new location at 888. And during the course of the year, there has been much clarity, much has illuminated, much has cleared. And it's as a result, the inner strength, the healing, the unfolding, the freedom that comes with being an integrated vessel of source. And where are we integrated? Where are we called to get integrated from? If you thought the 888 was great, check this out. I mean, could spirit, could the universe be any more clear? Continue to follow the path of your loving heart. Continue to show up for yourself, even when it's hard. Even when you feel like yesterday, again, like I said, if you tuned in yesterday, I was like, oh, defiant. I didn't even want to come live. I didn't even want to talk to y'all. Because once we speak it, it's out there. And so a part of that also is some things are meant to be sacred. Some things are just meant to be shared between hearts. The sacredness of the heart space, the sacredness of connection. And not everything is, not everything will be guided in what we're called to share via the path of sacred service. And we are all being gently called by the heart onto this path of true spiritual fulfillment in this lifetime. That's what I signed up for. I'm not sure about all of you. Actually, I am sure about all of you because you would not even be drawn. You would not resonate with the vibe. You wouldn't